Alright, this level is pretty tricky. If you're trying to get the perfect run where you never stop, I must have played this stage, not for this playthrough, but I must have played this stage 30 or 40 times just to get it right. You can cruise through this game if you don't really care about getting hit, but it's really, really nice to be able to blast through any particular stage uninterrupted. There's a lot of ramps you can glide off of. There's lots of weird spikes you can damage boost off of to get with your shield to get energy meter. So this level's pretty fun. It's also rather leisurely if you don't want to blast through
it. It looks like a fun level, honestly, just overall, and also easy one to fuck up.
Well, this is probably the one with the largest amounts of pits so far. So the later levels, the entire thing's a pit, but I would say that if you take your time, it's an easy mode in this game for a reason. There's no lives, so you can try as many times as you want. There's also a checkpoint system. I more or less cruise through them, but you don't really need to worry about that too much. You can always keep trying until you fail. The worst thing you'll get is a negative score multiplier, which, I mean, who cares about that? I got the platinum and I went, yeah!
Yeah!
Castela Blanca, I believe, means Black Castle? It's quite easy to lose yourself in the mountains. Like
that Fark guy.
Well, so as a human, I'm very impressed by natural landmasses, but should robots be able to do that? Like, do they care? I guess he does.
He's special like that.
He's about to tell the doctor to turn off his pain inhibitors, if you know what I mean. She is also named after a programming term for some reason.
Just gotta feel like it sometimes.
Have you really lost your memory? Oh, in a red room. Are we doing Twin Peaks? Is that what we're doing? Are we gonna fire Come Walk With Me? Are we gonna have a sequel in 25 years that is honestly irrelevant? I can't believe I watched it. What a waste of time. No spoilers.
You actually watched that?
So when I was getting, so I had a deviated septum, and I needed to do something with my time because I was basically sitting on a couch for days, bleeding through my nose. I watched all of Twin Peaks, and it was really the first season's really good. Second season's very good. And right around the time they were announcing that they were coming back, so I'm like, oh man, like I picked the perfect time to get into Twin Peaks. I was hyped because I had never seen it. A lot of people have referenced it. I wanted to, it was on my list of things to do before I played Deadly Premonition, which another game I highly recommend. Absolutely should play it. I know it's jank and it's broken and it doesn't work properly, but just get through it anyway because there's no experience like it. It's like a David Cage game, but good. Cannot recommend playing Omicron, the Nomad Soul. Do not play that game. What a waste of time. But yeah, so that's why I watch movies. Oh, this is a lot of other people's favorite power-up. It's Edgy. You may notice that on the bottom my stuff looks a little different. It's because I bought Edgy from the store. I don't know, it looks kind of familiar, but I'm not quite sure what it is. The reason why you want Edgy for platforming is because you get 3 dashes. It's a lot easier to wall jump, and it's just overall, it propels you forward more. You can get a lot of distance. Not quite like the biker, but it comes with other upsides that the biker does not have. If you have full meter and you hold Y? When you hold
up
triangle, you'll launch yourself really high into the air. And that's also really useful for bypassing some of the obstacles if you have Edgy at the time. This level's pretty cool because what these things are doing, it's not teleporting you, I mean it is teleporting you in random places, but it also could be flipping the stuff upside down. That's one of those floppy disks that have the art in them. You can buy them with bits if you want, but I don't. You'll have to farm a lot of bits to get it.
It rewards searching.
But, oh, if you touch the blue stuff, you'll get sent back, so don't touch the blue stuff. I also like that you don't have to engage in combat most of the time if you don't want to. There's a few mini bosses and bosses, but you can skip all that if all you want to do is go fast, which is the thing that Sonic Heroes missed. If enemies were on the way and they were easily destroyed, great. If an enemy's rocking a health bar, it better be worth it to kill it. I don't want to spend my entire time going from little island to little island with no running in between, killing enemies that take 2 minutes to kill. So it's all opt-in if you want. That's what the checkpoints look like. I don't know if I said that before. I don't think I did.
We don't really see too many in this run, huh?
Well, I'm flying over them. That's the thing. You can in the initial release, because I think he calls it the Magnet Dash, because the Magnet Dash was broken, people were like zooming across the entire way by gaining enough momentum to completely ignore the level. You can't really do that anymore. Not that I think that it's that fun. It's fun to run around and to go fast, but I don't want to fly. This isn't Superman 64. I don't want to go through rings.
Okay. Yeah, nobody wants to go through those rings.
Well, Superman does, and Lex Luthor wants him to do it. I don't know why.
I'm still upset that I played that game.
You actually owned it? I rented it from Blockbuster along with Majora's Mask, and guess which game I also couldn't play? The guy at the Blockbuster counter insisted to my grandmother that we would totally be able to play the game without the expansion pack, and he was wrong. He was wrong. I didn't get to play Majora's Mask, and it had that cool holographic cover on it. I believe we're at the top of the tower.
I had my family had borrowed it from somewhere, and I played it. It's not good. For Superman.
I mean, you can play it now if you want. Titus, which is the people that made it, made a lot of great games. A lot of great games with a lot of great sound. Yeah, they're murderers, and also I have lightsaber hands.
You want friends? You could have them, but not me though. I'm here to kill you.
You're different, you know. What do you mean? It's like, oh, never mind. Why'd you even say it? This boss is probably the first boss that's going to give you real trouble. He has 2 phases. The problem is those attacks that I'm getting hit with are not easily telegraphed. There are other ones that are, but you have to get the timing down because they don't have that little red thing. I know what they are, which is why I managed to deflect all 3. But the timing is weird. It's something you're just going to have to get used to. But you have a limited try, so it doesn't really matter. So she gets all her health back now, and now there's a giant big circle that you gotta get out of. Thankfully, she runs right to you and hits you. So all you really gotta do is just use your shield and deflect everything like you can for everything else in the game. And then you'll get a nice damage multiplier and shred the boss's HP like it's nothing. I think easy difficulty does give you a damage multiplier, but at that point, you really don't need it. Oh, I should mention for the biker, if you hold down triangle and then you let it go with full energy, you get healed a little bit and you do like a little explosion. It's like nothing personnel, kid, which is basically how I would describe Fark. Nothing personnel, kid.
Who are you, Astra?
She tried to kill me.
Suspense.
I mean, I suppose so. Yeah, Freom, I think I said this already, but Freom's the bad guy. He's the evil dude from the first game and in this game, and he's up to no good again, except that he's not doing everything with a virus. Dr. Armstrong is involved. I believe he made Freom. So, oops.
It happens. Whoops.
Don't trust them. They've got swords and they'll stab you with them. Why would a robot use a sword? No, whatever. Maybe it's a vibroblade.
Maybe it's a lightsaber. Oh wait.
Oh no, the dual lightsaber boss already happened. I beat her, so she's done.
Maybe they also have lightsabers.
No, they don't. They have regular, like, metal stuff. Oh, yeah. I think, okay, so If you've ever heard music from Maxi the Man, I believe that's who made this, Michael Staple. I want to say that's his name. This track is really fucking banging. The whole soundtrack is banging.
I actually, like, the music here started, and I was like, this is really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of springs in this one. I guess I always see this differently because I always cruise over everything, but I guess the bottomless pit will just be a thing from now on all over the place, so just be careful. But just like with the first level and every other level, you can explore all this stuff. If you can get enough momentum to get to somewhere, if you can see it, if it looks physical, you can go to it. I think it's really cool.
That is actually really cool.
And just like Sonic, you want to stick to the upper path. I know I'm cruising through these rather fast, making it look easy, but it takes a little bit of practice. I played this game a lot. I play it every so often. It's like Sonic 2. I always go back to it, and Sonic CD, and Sonic Me.
We know how much you, well, I know how much you like playing that.
No. I should mention about the curves, the loops. I'm actually tilting the camera upwards so I can see where I'm going a little bit better. If you manipulate the camera in specific ways, you can make it a lot easier. As long as you're pressing forward, you'll move the way the camera does, which can be useful. One consideration that Lake Fepard made that I really like is that when you jump in the air, the camera doesn't move. So when you want to jump somewhere else, wherever you press the stick, that's where you're going to go. If you recall Sonic Adventure, where it's like the dolphin scene, and if you don't hold forward the entire time, it messes with your controls because the camera shifts all the time. You just need to keep holding forward, which is really weird because as the camera moves, you want to like move the stick in another direction. It doesn't feel good. This game, when you jump in the air, unless you manually move the camera, it doesn't move, which is really nice. And the game is designed around it, so it's never a problem. I don't know, unless you're exploring, in which case you did that to yourself. This is another really great one.
Look, if you mess it up, it's your problem.
There's a lot of vertical climbing in this one. There's little air vents everywhere. I think you can get every power up in this stage, as if you couldn't get them from the shop. If you on the main menu, if you hit select, I believe you can go to the shop.
All right, I really like this game soundtrack.
It's on Amazon. I think it's on Bandcamp too. And all of the music, all of the money that goes to the artists and not to Lake. So if you want to support the artists, I don't know how they did their licensing, but I believe Lake is not involved. So if you, I don't know, if for some reason you think this game looks stupid, but I really like the music and I'm going to buy the music, Lake doesn't get any of the money. So if you want to support the artists, I'd recommend buying the soundtrack. Also, Michael Staple makes some amazing music. You should look him up. As well as Andy Tunstall. I think he did the boss tracks. So if you ever hear any vocals, I believe that's actually him. Pretty amazing with the guitar. There's another game that I have been looking at lately called No Straight Roads, where he has done some of the music in there too. So that, or I'm thinking of something else, and I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this.
It's either I'm wrong or I'm right. There's only a 50-50 chance.
Oh, I should mention this too because it's not always apparent. What I really liked about Sonic Unleashed was the Werehog. No, was the fact that they put the dash attack, the homing attack, on a different button. The jump in Spark 2, the jump and the homing attack are on a different button, and it makes all the difference. So you never make a mistake. You always know what you want to do. If you want, wall running is automatic, so unlike Spark 3 where you hold the left trigger, if you want to like attach to a wall, you gotta like just hit it. Definitely a refinement of this system, but it's still very good here. Also, I want to point this out. The stage complete screen still doesn't remind you of Sonic Adventure 2 at all.
It does.
Also, if you want to get Sonic Adventure 2, it's like $5 whenever it goes on sale. So go buy Sonic Adventure 2. Tell Sega you want a Sonic Adventure 3, and not 06. That one, even though it totally counts, it doesn't count because I say so.
Damn, inside your butt?
This was another scene where he was saying expletives.
Ah.
I think at some point, some character says nonsense, but I think he's supposed to be saying bullshit. So there's that. This one will also filter you a little bit if you're not careful, because some attacks have double swings, so he'll swing once and then swing again. It's sort of hard to see with this camera angle. Oh, and you basically just want to avoid that. You can do it with your shield, but it's not useful. Oh, and another thing, another reason why the shield is overpowered. If you see the blue, it's because that means I'm parry. If you just hold down the shield button, you'll still block and get some energy. There's not a lot. You can hold it for a really long time. It goes on cooldown after that, but if you mistime a parry, just keep the button held down. It won't be a problem.
So it doesn't punish you if you miss the parry.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Oh, I got the platinum. Yeah, if you basically if you just keep hammering away on the bosses, you'll get easy platinums every single time. Oh no.
Oh no.
How could I lose? I'm a ripoff of a ripoff. How could this have happened?
How dare that happen?
Does this scene remind you of anything?
I wonder what.
Something about like the star, the star of our universe, like going down or something. Something like the good old days, like you know, I can't quite put my finger on it.
I can't either.
Got $1 million smile. Oh, that's Frio. If you couldn't tell, they killed the professor off screen.
Honestly, he showed up. I was like, is that Fraser?
Well,
is
no,
that Fraser?
We'll get there when we get there. We're not fighting Freome yet. The game's not that short. No, he's got the shadow shoes. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. Is that cooler?
Well, you know, Frieza's all right, but his brother is cooler. But no, it's
true.
neither Frieza nor cooler nor King Cold. It's Freome.
It's their
from Spark 1. Don't you remember? I didn't play that game for this channel.
it's his third removed cousin.
But are you saying that this game reminds you a little bit of Dragon Ball Z? Just a little bit.
Maybe just a little bit.
Are you saying on a scale of like 1 to blonde hair that this game is a blonde hair out of 10? Is that what you're saying?
It's definitely Super Saiyan 3 Nappa out of 10.
Okay, I want to point this out. I know this is a very pivotal scene because they're fighting with each other, and Fark is deciding for like to be his own person, to not be, you know, he's pulling the shadow of this is who I really am. I put my past behind me, like he's doing that, right? But what I want to point out is that I've lost the thought. Dang it! Curse you, Shadow! You've done it to me again.
Hear him at Shadow the Hedgehog soundtrack, not again.
Hold on, we were talking about Dragon Ball Z. Dang it, I don't remember now. It was so good too. If you haven't noticed, this seems very similar to the Sundowner fight of Rising Revengeance, which I'm not going to complain about because that fight was pretty cool. Unfortunately,
pretty cool.
When I lose, he doesn't say, "I'm fucking invincible." The severe lack of that. But so this guy is also going to filter you. He's a lot harder than EJ. He does a lot of counterattacks, and if you're not prepared, he'll hit you. There's also a lot of stuff going on. So he's doing the punches, he's running at you, he's swinging things, he's counterattacking, and he's doing that attack, which you have very little time to deal with. But yeah, after you destroy his health bar, he gets back up and keeps punching you for a little bit more.
It's like as a zombie, a robot zombie.
No, that's definitely not a thing. Why does he have glowy bits? Also, he's got like I actually really like Freome's design. This one, I should say. He's got like a weird tabard thing coming down from his neck that's like covering a portion of his body, and I'm like, why do you need clothes? You're a robot. Like I know that the other ones had hair, but that's mostly because the guy who made it wanted to, I don't know, make his robots look distinct because this one had a sword.
Who knows though? Next time we'll find out.
Yeah. Yes, we will.